Welcome to another episode of the Sports Shed podcast. I am your host, Efren, and on your screen to my immediate left is Cheddar. Hey, Cheddar, what's going on a Saturday morning?
Hey, it's going like it's going. Can't wait for 12 o'clock.
I know. He's referring to those wondering what's to 12. It is my twin daughter's opening game, basketball game for her varsity team, Waterville High School in Waterville, New York. Um, as currently right now, you guys don't see Zach, Keith, Jason, Jack, and Tigo
We
as
fired them.
well on this Saturday morning. If they jump in, they'll jump in, or they'll give their thoughts here on the chat group. We're gonna get started right away today with the NCAA. A lot of things are gonna happen this weekend, Cheddar, in regards to who's gonna make the playoffs, who's gonna be out. But yesterday, a couple of things happened. Tulane ranked 20th, beat North Texas in the American Conference title game, 34-21. Tulane has punched in their ticket into the playoffs. So currently, I would say that they're going to be seated 12th in the playoff rankings. However, simultaneously as that game was wrapping up, another game was about to be wrapping up, and that's the 25th ranked James Madison beating up on Troy in the Sun Belt Championship game 31-14. James Madison ranked 25th in the country. Is their record now is 12-1. Cheddar, you want to hear what's
Yeah,
crazy? Yeah. Here's crazy, right?
how they
So
ran the
Tulane,
ball over.
Tulane is in. Now James Madison, they're sitting back and waiting because today at 8 o'clock in the ACC title game is Duke versus Virginia. Clearly, Virginia wins, they're in. But if Duke wins, I believe James Madison is in. They'll get the 12th seed, and and Tulane will probably get the 11th seed. You think that's gonna happen,
You,
Cheddar?
well, I mean, Vegas has it close, man.
What's
Vegas
this?
has this. The spread is
I see -4. I have
-4.
wow,
Like,
Virginia favored by 4. Well, I believe Virginia beat Duke earlier this year, if I remember correctly, during the regular season. So Duke
I
is
mean,
going to listen. It's tough because you know which Duke is gonna come. You know it's
yeah,
gonna show up because at the end of the day, Duke knows they're not going anywhere, but they're bowl eligible. But they
they're
want to end
spoilers.
exactly. They want to end Virginia's dream of going into the playoffs. So it's not, since we already have Virginia in the Duke game talking about who do you have in that game?
I just want to see James Madison, so I'm gonna say Duke.
Oh, okay, okay. In this game, I'm pulling for Duke because the same thing
Yeah,
what Cheddar said. I want James Madison, and that has been a consistent program over the last several years, especially under Signetti, the head coach of Indiana. He was there for a few years, and he had also turned that program around and made it into a really good program and a powerhouse, actually, in their own conference in the Sun Belt.
now
But no, go ahead, Cheddar.
the only thing that concerns me about if JMU gets in is even though they won 31-14, the quarterback did not play good at all.
Yeah,
Like he went 10 or 25 for 93 yards, one TD and one interception.
yeah. I was watching that game, and the announcers they were literally just talking about how great that Troy defense is. I'm not excusing the quarterback play. I totally agree with you, but they were just talking about how great that defense is, especially in the Sun Belt Conference. But that's a little concerning, like you said, because if they do end up making the playoffs, no disrespect to Troy, but they're gonna probably end up playing a bit better defense than
Yeah.
Troy is. And I don't know where Troy is ranked in the country,
But
so I'm not trying to disrespect Troy either.
but they did run them out the building.
Actually, believe it or not, Cheddar, the score was 17-14 at halftime. James Madison led at halftime. They did no one. I'm sorry. James Madison did not start to score every the last 14 points, I believe, with like 6 minutes left in the game. So it was actually a close game, but then they ended up running away with it. So I know the score
I mean,
doesn't show how close the entire game was, pretty much up until
yeah.
the last 6 minutes, I think, or 7 minutes of the game.
This
But
guy,
today,
this guy Wayne Knight though, 212 yards, 10.1 per carry
yeah,
for
I'm telling you,
JMU.
yeah. But and look at the numbers of the running back. I mean, I'm sorry, that was the running back. Now look at the running numbers for the quarterback.
Yeah,
That's their dual threat. So yeah, he's more of a runner. So yeah, the likelihood is that he's probably not gonna pass on a high percentage for the most part. But when you have a dual threat with those legs and you have two running backs, one rushed for over 200, the other the quarterback himself rushed for over 100. That's gonna be a pretty good team going into the playoffs. I would like to see them get in. Um, so there are three remaining games today. So we'll start off at 12. The 12 o'clock game is the Big 12 championship game, and that's number 11 BYU against the fourth playoff ranked Texas Tech. Texas Tech is favored by 12 and a half. Earlier in the year, Texas Tech just smoked BYU. I believe it was like 29-6 it was a blowout.
Oh yeah, it wasn't good.
It wasn't good. If BYU wins, first of all, Texas Tech is in. Like I said, that's one of my locks, whether they win or not. 11-1. You don't want BYU to win it. BYU loses, they're out of the conversation. But if they win, both BYU and Texas Tech are in. Who do you have in this game?
I got Texas Tech in this game. I
Okay.
just think their defense and their offense is too much for BYU to handle.
I agree. Even though I mean I know everybody's talking about Texas Tech schedule and even BYU schedule. I mean, listen, they took care of business, but right now Texas Tech is a high-powered offense, lethal. Their defense is also lethal, but again, because of their schedule, we're gonna see exactly how well they do it in the playoffs. But they do have a potent offense and defense. I got Texas Tech. Here's a quick question though: do they cover 12 and a half? I got a yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they covered 12 and a half.
In the next one right after that is the SEC championship game, and this will be the second time, just like Texas Tech and BYU, this will be the second time Georgia and Alabama plays. Alabama, the first time around, went to Georgia, and Georgia just barely beat Alabama, I believe. Right now, Georgia is so close that Georgia is only favored by 1.5 points. Okay, essentially 2 points. Kirby Smart. Okay, Kirby Smart is 1-5. I believe Kirby is 1-5 against Alabama. Okay. Do you think Alabama beats Georgia?
No. I don't think Alabama beats Georgia because Georgia just has a better running rush offense.
Which they do. I think. All right, but you know what happens if Alabama loses, right? They'll have 3 losses. Now, here's the $1 million question. If everything falls into place, Texas Tech wins. We all know James Madison won. We know Tulane won. And
you know what else is you know what else is good to defend the argument? I'm assuming you're going to say about something about Miami.
At some point, yeah.
I was going to say BYU is also tied with Miami. And if BYU loses,
what if BYU loses, it'll still open up the door, even still for Alabama, a 3-point loss.
Oh yeah.
I think if BYU wins, you got to put in BYU. You got to obviously you're putting in Texas Tech. Now it becomes whether Alabama is in that discussion as a 3-team loss in comparison to Notre Dame and Miami being a 2-team loss. So that's I've been tossing this back and forth. Who do I have? Georgia and Alabama. And I know Georgia is in. I think Alabama's going to pull it off, man. I really do. I think Ty Simpson. I don't see Alabama suffering. Do me a favor. Confirm for me. I want to say Georgia won, right? Georgia won that meeting earlier this year. If that's the case, I just don't see Alabama losing 2 games to Georgia.
Alabama won it.
Alabama won. Oh, Alabama won
24-21.
24-21. Okay, so then it's the other way around. I'm still taking Alabama. I just don't see Alabama. I just don't see them losing, especially with everything on the line. They don't want to be like last year where they had 3 losses and they were the first team out. They were the first team left out in the 13th spot. So you got Georgia, I got Alabama. Okay.
Yeah.
The next one is the Big Ten. To be honest with you, I think this isn't.
This one really doesn't matter.
It, it does in a sense that basically at the end of the day, everyone knows both teams are 12-0, Indiana and Ohio State. Let's be honest, this is just the battle for the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
I mean, let's call it for what it
Yeah.
is. Um, we're really gonna see exactly how good Indiana is. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Okay, Ohio State is favored by 3.5. I want to be proven wrong. I think Ohio State is gonna blow Indiana out. I want to be proven wrong. I think Ohio State is gonna blow out Indiana. I do, and I think that they're going to win by at least 17.
Eesh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb. That's the T-Go prediction.
I think I'm gonna rock with the Hoosiers.
I'll rock with the Hoosiers on this one.
Yeah, I think this is where they prove that they actually they're actually for real and not a fairy tale like people are trying to say.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think this is their game where they're like, if you really want to be honest, the Hoosiers haven't played anybody highly ranked besides they dominated number 3 Oregon 30-20.
Right?
They dominated Illinois at the time that was ranked 9, 63-10.
But then that win kind of faded away when the Illinois, I believe, already has 4 losses. So that kind of actually, and then the other one was
other than that, there was no one ranked on their
I mean,
on their schedule at all. So it's like I think this is the game where they're gonna have to be like they're gonna have to show what they can do if they're real or not. So I'm gonna buy into the defensive hype. I'm gonna go with the Hoosiers.
It's okay if they lose. They just can't get blown out.
Yeah.
They can't get blown out. If they get blown out, then you have to really ask yourself, how good are they really? Because Oregon has not looked themselves this entire year. As crazy as it sounds.
Well, they got Carson Beck.
Even though no, that's Miami. No, Oregon. Oregon. I think Oregon has not. It's crazy. Even though they're 10-1, I don't believe Oregon has even been themselves this season. It's like they've been like they're kind of like being pedestrians, just kind of going with the floor, walking through the schedule, but really not showing any signs of any dominance. It's one of the reasons I believe why Indiana beat Oregon early in the year. They just cannot get blown out, Indiana. But right now, until I see it, I got Ohio State big by at least 17.
Okay.
Let's see here. Now, obviously, at the end of the day, I don't know if any type of scenario is going to matter, Cheddar, regarding who wins or who loses today. But at the end of the day, I think the last spot is going to come down to Notre Dame and Miami. And like we talked about on our last show, and I mentioned they had 4 common opponents. Miami, 3 out of the 4 blew them out, much worse than what Notre Dame did. As a matter of fact, I looked at the strength of record, strength of schedule, and Notre Dame is like maybe 1 spot or 2 spots ahead of Miami. Like they brought out so many stats that a lot of them as either almost neck and neck, or Miami is just it's better than Notre Dame. At the end of the day, I've got Miami. They did everything. They played head to head. A lot of it is similar. Everybody still thinks that Miami, you know that to this date, right now as we speak, there are people saying that Miami is still the best team in the country. Like they have the best roster in the country. Okay. But some people do, as crazy as it sounds. Even at remember, they were preseason number 3. So there may be some validity. There is validity to that. I've got Miami in, regardless of what anybody else says. Because if you're going to tell me that the 2 losses that Notre Dame suffered is what is going to carry them into the playoffs over the head-to-head loss to Miami, then, like Paul Feinbaum said on ESPN, then the committee put Notre Dame into the playoffs mid-August of this year. Who do you have?
You, I just like I said last, just like I said Tuesday, I got Miami over Notre Dame. I can't put a team in that lost against a team that's on the bubble. Yeah, the team beat you head to head, same record. Yeah, I can't like I don't care what your three losses are against. I don't care. You're in. The team you lost to is not, and it's on the bubble, and they beat you. Miami's in.
I got one better, Cheddar. I got one better. Listen to this.
Even though I don't like Carson Beck, I don't think Carson Beck can win any big games.
Ooh.
But
Where is Keith in this situation?
He'll agree probably. Carson Beck is not really.
I don't know. Sometimes Keith would throw a curveball. I would think Keith is gonna say something, but then he throws a curveball at me. So I'm gonna reserve me from speculating what he's gonna say because you'll throw me off at the end of the day.
I even said it when he was in Georgia. Carson Beck's not. He's just not that.
Yeah, no, I agree. But here's the crazy thing about Notre Dame. I believe 5 teams minimum, maybe a 6, but at least 5 teams that the Notre Dame's defense faced this year. They were like ranked in this is sad, ranked like 130th in the country, the defense, 120th. So you had 5 defense that was ranked in the 100s. And yet Miami played a much better defenses throughout, but that's the type of defense that Notre Dame faced this year. So of course they're going to have a running game. When they faced Miami and Texas A&M, they couldn't run the ball. They couldn't run the ball. So for people to say, and listen, I what's his name? I think Jeremiah Love, the running back for Notre Dame. I think he's a stud. I really do. I think he's going to go to the NFL. But again, I don't know how good he really truly is. Yes, what he's done this year, you would say he's a stud. But against teams that have pathetic defenses.
Subpar. Yeah.
Not, you know what? You're being, in my opinion, you're being kind to those defenses when you're saying subpar. They were straight garbage defenses. All right. I'm gonna use your own terminology, Chad.
Well, trash.
They were buns. Okay. They were buns. Trash. That's who Notre Dame played. So at the end of the day,
you said it wrong, Efren.
Yeah, kind of
bums.
I like my version, but no, I'm just kidding. At the end of the day, bums. At the end of the day, I've been saying it again. I don't care if I sound like a broken record. Give me a Notre Dame fan on this show right now. You've been overrated for 3 decades. You're independent. You want to keep the money. That's a beautiful thing. And yet you want a cupcake schedule just to get into the playoffs. That's just not going to happen. I'm very grateful that Miami beat Notre Dame, and that's the difference right now. And we're going to really see if the committee is going to value head-to-head more so than the type of team that you've lost throughout the season.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy to be like, oh, well, they lost to these 3 teams. Miami lost to these 3 teams, but yet Miami beat Notre Dame.
Exactly.
So it's like.
So here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say to finish on that note, and we'll start heading into the NFL. So Keith, I think Miami's gonna get in, and I don't think Notre Dame will. That's my final decision. That's my final verdict on it. So
I'm the opposite on that. I think they're going to keep Notre Dame in, and Miami's going to just miss out.
No, but who do you think? Unfortunately, it's a very strong possibility. But who do you think deserves to get in? Okay. Ooh, he threw the U at you, Keith. He threw the U sign. No offense. I hope I don't remember doing that on any of our episodes because there ain't no way in hell I'll ever do that as a U fan. But I digress. Sorry, Keith. Had to go there. With that being said, we're just gonna go now and jump right into the NFL and just go over the Thursday game. The Cowboys losing to the Lions. Like I said, I know that the Cowboys, since the trade for Quentin Williams, the defensive end from the Jets, giving up a couple of picks, especially first-round picks, they beat the Eagles. They beat the Raiders. Was it the Raiders? I forget who they beat. The Chiefs. I'm sorry. They beat the Chiefs. 2 struggling offenses at that moment. It was kind of like the perfect storm, so to speak, for the Cowboys. And all I asked you guys in the last several shows, you think that Cowboys are going to run the table, including the first 2 wins, and win the last 8 games of the season. There's no way that was going to happen. Too much power, offensive power from the Lions. They won 44-30. Cowboys are done. Cheddar.
Yeah.
Cowboys are done.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, he said they're done. So Cowboys, here we go again. Another year. No, go ahead, bud.
This will be the first time repeat NFC East champion in like 20 years.
Wow. That's
and of course it's the freaking Eagles.
Yes, it is the Eagles, my friend. I know.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, I bet you're happy, man.
I'm happy because I'm enjoying the entertainment everybody is providing, especially you.
Every day, this dude Snapchats.
Does he really?
Yeah,
Chaz. Listen, Nick, bro.
Like, non-stop, man.
You got to come on the show, Nick. Come on.
He's too scared.
Even if it's listen, you don't have to say anything. You just want to rag on the Giants, go ahead.
I'll do the talking.
We love the entertainment, but you're more than welcome to come on the show. But I just wanted to say to Jason, the diehard Lions fan, who hasn't been on our show for a while, we miss you, bud. Ready when we're ready whenever you want to come back. But the Lions actually saved their season. They needed this win, 8-5. They still have a shot, obviously, at the division. But this game was a much needed win by the Lions at 8-5. Still outside looking in. By the way,
yeah. It's still kind of concerning with the Lions, though. It's like now you're showing inconsistency.
Yeah,
because it's like. How can I trust you to beat the Rams next week?
And the other thing is that they gave up 30 points. That's the other thing. I mean, you gave up 30, which means that the Lions had to score 44. You know the Lions are going to put up points. There's no question about that. But your defense, they can't be allowing 30 because you can't expect the Lions to keep shooting it out all the time. Just like you said, they lost their offensive coordinator, so they're trying to just continue.
And defensive coordinator.
Exactly. So it's been a struggle, but they're 8-5. The Lions, you just don't want them to be running their offense the way they did against the Cowboys because they would be a dangerous team. But they're 8-5 and they saved the season. Essentially, somewhat to some degree, pushing the Cowboys towards elimination of the postseason.
Yep.
The game right after that below. Jumping right into it. My Seahawks at 9-3 at Atlanta 4-8. Seattle's tied for the best record in the NFC at 9-3. The only reason why they're in second is because they lost the head-to-head to the Rams, and the number 1 seed right now in the NFC is the Bears. I don't really see much. I don't need Bijan Robinson to go off on us. But considering we have the second best defensive unit regarding the rushing, I don't see Bijan Robinson doing all that much. I don't see Kirk Cousins doing pretty much anything. I kind of expect them potentially maybe keeping it in single digit. But I'm sorry?
Is it still Kirk?
Yeah, because Penix is done for the year, ACL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. Season-ending surgery. He's done. So Kirk Cousins
10-3.
Yeah, so they'll be 10-3, 6.5. Seattle. They're gonna cover the spread. I got Seattle. I mean, I think it's just straightforward.
Yeah, I got to rock with my second team, man. Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks will be in the Falcons.
You gotta, hey, fair enough.
I gotta rock with my two. I gotta rock with Seahawks and I gotta rock with the Bills. Like it just is what it is.
I listen. Some people even make the argument that Seattle could potentially be the best team in the NFL.
I wouldn't say that yet.
Some do. I'm not saying I am. I'm not saying.
No, I know.
I'm just saying some do because it's just think about this, man. I'm not even asking Sam Darnold to eliminate all the turnovers. Just don't do that many. You've got a phenomenal defense. Just don't turn the ball over, brother. That's all we're asking. That's it.
I just need to see Sam Darnold do something in a big game other than turn the ball over.
That's fair.
Like honestly, I haven't seen Sam Darnold do anything in a big game besides turn the ball over 4 times or 3 times.
That's fair. Hopefully, when they play and I need to him. I can't have him do one. I gotta have him do both teams. I gotta see him do it against the Rams, and I need him to do it against the 49ers before the playoffs. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I agree. I gotta see it. Next game. Here's the next one. 4-8 Bengals at Buffalo, 8-4.
Good game.
Buffalo is favored by 6. Who do you have?
Yeah, let me get my cape. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills will beat the Bengals just because the Bengals defense is that bad.
Ah, man.
Even as you can tell, I struggled with it because it's like it's like Joe Burrow with everybody, man. It's like
I got it.
Because I listen. I don't think it's far fetched. I think the Bengals can win out.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Cheddar. I gotta pull a Tigo.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with the Bengals on this one.
Hey.
The reason being is because even though they've shown up the last game, we still got to remember the Bills' defense is not as good as many people think just because of the last game. They still giving up over 150, I believe, over 150 yards running. Even though I know the Bengals don't run, but still, we can't forget that because the Bengals may want to throw in running game. They may change it up. I don't know, but their defense is pretty bad, just as bad as the Bengals. This is going to be a shootout. I'll agree. I just think, remember, Josh Allen has no one to throw to.
Yeah, I know.
Literally. That, I'm not saying, listen, this man has been Superman his whole career. And I'm not going to put it past by him if he's Superman again. But you're telling me Josh Allen can take over Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins? That's a lot, considering both teams don't have defenses. I'm pulling a Tigo. I got Bengals over the Bills.
This is what I'll say. I don't see Patrick Mahomes over there, so that's Superman's kryptonite. So I don't see the kryptonite. That means I see this cape come out.
Man. I don't know what Zachary thinks. Listen. Everybody knows my second team that nobody knows about because I graduated from Buffalo is the Bills. Everybody knows that. So it's not easy for me to say these things, okay? But at the end of the day, I got to go with what I see, and I'm picking the Bengals offense over Superman. Gosh, that hurts saying it, man.
If you were to ask me on a different day, I'd probably say Bengals too, but I'm going with I got to stick with Josh Allen.
Here's the reason I have. Next week, the Bengals play the Ravens again.
Gosh.
And last week before the Bengals, right? Before the Bengals beat the Ravens, the Bengals are 3 games behind the Ravens for the division.
Yeah.
Now it's 2. Let's say they both win or they both lose. For the sake. Going into next week, the Bengals are still 2 games. They can be 1 game behind the division if they beat the Ravens next week based on what happens this weekend. So I think that the Bengals are motivated. They have a lot on the line. So if they win and the Titans can potentially still lose, do you know that the Bengals next week can be playing for first place?
Yep.
That's crazy to me. So that's the only reason why I'm picking the Bengals, because I think they have a lot more to gain than the Bills do, because the Bills are 8-4. I think they lost that, but I think they'll still make the wild card. I'm sorry. Earlier in the show, I'm going to be consistent. I still think that that's a possibility. The Bills may not even make the playoffs still.
Yeah.
Still that possibility. I got Bengals. Next game, I think we can make this quick. With the Titans at 1-11, the Browns 3-9. The only thing I want to know is, what will Shedeur Sanders do? Here's an opportunity for Shedeur Sanders to show us. Listen, I know I remember the last show what you said, Cheddar. It's against the Titans defense. I agree with you. But I'm not gonna want to put him to say, give me 300 yards, give me 3 or 4 touchdowns and no picks. I'm not gonna do that. But I will say this: I would love to see 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, no turnover. I like to see that. That would be an improvement.
I think he's going to get held back by the offensive coordinator.
I know, man. That's what's killing me, man. That's what's killing me right now. I feel like he's being held back.
So you're going with Browns?
I'm taking the Browns. Yes.
I'm taking the Titans.
Mm.
Just because I need the Giants to get the first overall pick. So I'm taking the Titans.
Dude, I'm cool with that reasoning though. I'm cool with it because I be saying the same thing. Listen, right now
because listen, we're gonna trade. We're trading out of it. But first overall pick, man. More stuff back. So I want the first overall pick.
With that number 1 pick, you can actually get. Obviously, you'll be swapping number 1 picks. That's clearly whoever the team is. That's number 1. Yeah. Number 1, you'll be swapping number 1. First round, not number 1 picks. I'm sorry, I meant to say first round picks. All right. So that's obvious. Whoever you trade with. The question becomes is what is the value that you're going to get back for that first round pick, especially when you've got Mendoza, the quarterback of Indiana. Likelihood right now, unless something disastrous happens, will probably win the Heisman, come out, and probably end up being the number 1 pick overall. If he ends up coming out, expect 3 to 4 teams to come after the number 1 pick if that number 1 pick is a team that does not need a quarterback. So the next game we can run through it. Commanders, Vikings. Not much of anything in this game, unfortunately. The Vikings an undrafted quarterback. Commanders, Marcus Mariota. Washington is favored by 1.5 at Minnesota. You know what?
Yeah,
I'm taking Minnesota, and here's why. I'm taking Minnesota, and here's why. Because they're at home. Brian Flores' defense. I mean, listen, it's Brian Flores' defense. I mean, he's gonna blitz. And he's still gonna continue to blitz. I think they're gonna pull it out, and I think it's because of a defense, and their defense is gonna be the difference why they beat the Commanders.
I'm gonna go with the Vikings as well, just because the Vikings have more offensive weapons, even though they don't have a QB that can throw the ball. Or even take a snap. So
he said, "Don't even take a snap." That's messed up. Oh man, but that
just brought me to my report that I sent you from that reporter.
Yeah, you remember that?
Oh my gosh, what a bombshell that was.
Oh, I
why
know.
Why would you put your name on that?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
But yeah, I got the Vikings just because the more offensive power. And Brian Flores is going to blitz the poop out of Mariota.
Listen, Brian Flores told when he went up against Sam Darnold, he goes, "I'm going to blitz and I'm going to blitz." I like him; he's having a great year, but we're coming for him. And all those batted balls on the line was because they were blitzing on the right side of Sam Darnold. So then they were still running, but that's what changed it up when we ran and we were being we were very successful at doing that. And we ran it for 125 yards, which is just fine to just stabilize the blitz from Brian Flores. But with that being said, the next one is actually entertaining. I wish Keith was here. Dolphins at Jets. Jets 3-9. Dolphins 5-7. Miami favored by 2.5. Who do you have?
Achan's going to run all over the Jets.
I mean, he's already had over 1,000 yards rushing too.
Yeah. I got the Dolphins going 6 the Dolphins going 6-7. That's crazy.
That is nuts, right? Here's the only thing about
crazy when you change your offensive play style.
Listen, the only thing is this year so far, Tua, he's thrown 17 touchdowns. The only thing is that doesn't look good. He's thrown for 14 picks.
Yeah, they need a QB.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take the Dolphins for this reason only, is because exactly for what you said. I think McDaniels has just figured out that run, and run even more. Okay.
Yeah. AKA don't throw the ball with Tua.
I'm not gonna say don't throw the ball. You got to throw the ball. But what I'm saying is run a little bit more than you probably are passing, because clearly that's why you're 5-7. You have Achane that is actually running the ball and has actually been running the ball for quite some time, for several years. Is that you just never give him the opportunity. I've got the Dolphins. They're up 2.5. This one I can probably might take the spread. It's a field goal. And I think it'll be won by a field goal because it's a divisional game, and you just never know what happens with the Dolphins and the Jets. The only thing is the damn weather. So That's why I was hesitant to take the Dolphins, but I'm taking it because now you can run the game, and the Dolphins can learn that running the game in the cold is okay to do. Sorry, gotta go there.
I mean, like,
I gotta go there, Keith. You know, I gotta keep it real with you, bro.
He's like, it's okay to do,
but I gotta keep it real with you, man. All right. The next one, we'll make it quick. Saints and Bucks.
Oh boy,
Buccaneers are favored by 8.5. The question becomes: do they cover the spread? I'm gonna say yes. I think they're covering. I think they'll win by double digits.
Yeah,
even if it's a
I
divisional
agree.
Game. The next one is the big one, though. I think it's a huge divisional matchup for the AFC South. The Colts 8-4 at Jacksonville 8-4. Winner essentially could potentially be looking outside and not make the playoffs, but Indianapolis is favored by 1.5. Remember, Jacksonville has
not a favorite.
Jacksonville has a stout defense. Indianapolis, their running game Jonathan Taylor has been stopped. I ought to know because I have him on my fantasy team. So for the last several games, he's been shut down. And Daniel Jones, right now, the last several games, who needed to be stepping up, has not stepped up with the passing game as a result of Jonathan Taylor being shut down. Even though Indy is 1.5, I gotta say this. I think Jacksonville's gonna win this game. And the Colts starting at 7-1, my prediction is that they're gonna fall out and not make the playoffs, man. They're not making the playoffs. I think this is gonna crumble down, and I think Jacksonville's gonna win this game.
Daniel Jones started the season off as Indiana Jones. Now he's coming out as Danny Dimes. I'm going with Jacksonville Jaguars.
I don't say it proudly. In regards, I think I want Daniel Jones to succeed. He has a good line, but I think that they've gotten to the point where they're just boxing 8-9 up front. Hey, Jones, beat us with your arm. We don't think you can. And so far, it's being proven right because people keep forgetting the Houston Texans are 7-5 in that division.
Yep.
I think that this loss by the Colts at 8-5, if it happens, which I predict that they will lose, I think this is going to be the start of a meltdown over in Indianapolis.
I just think
sorry to say that.
What Daniel Jones struggled with his whole career is just coming to fruition again. He can't read defenses. He can't read post snap. He can't make his process from 1, 2, 3, 4. And he does check down heavy. Like it just all the things I said that was wrong with him in New York is true. Sorry, Tigo. Just is what it is. He's not a good quarterback.
But by the way, it's between you and Tigo, but I digress.
I'm just saying that because Tigo loves Daniel Jones.
No, I know he loves Daniel. We all know Tigo loves Daniel Jones, though. So
it's just the same. It's the same thing that's been wrong with Daniel Jones since when he was in college. Like he can't process. He can't process like this post snap. He can't do it. He's somewhat dumb.
Listen, I hope I'm wrong about the Colts because, I mean, they started out like wildfire, 7-1, and ever since they're 1-3 in their last 4 games.
Have you seen the splits for Jonathan Taylor since starting 7-1?
Say that one more time for me.
Have you seen the splits? The rushing splits for Jonathan Taylor since starting 7-1?
Oh, I haven't, but I can only imagine it's not in his favor. I mean,
no.
That's what I figured. I mean, and listen, to his credit and to everybody else's credit, I'm gonna stack the line 8 or 9. I said, like the guy was at one point during the season considered one of the favorites for MVP and still is to some degree. You know, he's fallen off a little bit as a result, but he's still in the conversation to some extent. So I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna have Daniel Jones beat me with his arm, and because not too many people have confidence in that, so that's why they're gonna do.
Yep.
100%. Which so we're both with Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. The next one, that's why it's funny we talk about Danny Jones, but the next game makes it even more interesting between the Steelers and the Ravens. Where do we start, Cheddar?
That's such a poop game.
Let me ask you a question before we can go into the game. When did you ever think that a game between the Steelers and Ravens was going to be, do I want to watch this game? Like, who would have ever thought that? I never thought that would ever happen. I'll be honest with you. But when you got, when you got basically both defenses, even though the Ravens, the last 4 or 5 games have been great, the last game not so much. But when you got both teams where their identity is running and defense, and it's not working out. I mean, Baltimore's favored by 6 at Baltimore. What do you think of this game, Cheddar?
Oh, man. I can't. Man, it's going to be solely on Derrick Henry because.
Oh man,
Lamar's held back still because of his
I think he's hurt, man.
Ankle. He is hurt.
No. It's his toe. It's his toe.
It's toe. My bad.
Yeah.
You can tell he's hurt when he breaks down. When he breaks down running from trying to stop. He favors one of his feet.
The question is, Cheddar, is he even running? It doesn't look he's even running. I don't think he can.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
If I don't have Lamar running, man, then again the Steelers don't have Aaron Rodgers, right?
They do. That's the problem. They have Aaron Rodgers. The problem is they have him. The problem is that they're old. The problem is that they are, like I said in the last show.
You know what?
The most paid defense in the last 4 years. The highest.
That's what I'll say. Mike Tomlin's job's in question. After getting ran through like that, TJ Watt called out the defense after getting ran. 2 rush plays called the whole game and got ran all over by the Buffalo Bills.
Just 2 running plays.
I think
that's it.
Just because of that game, I think the Steelers are going to win it because I think the defense is going to come out and they're going to play hard for Mike Tomlin this game. And Mike Tomlin's going to have the boys rolling. And I think they're gonna stuff the rushing.
I'm gonna stick with my prediction on this one, Cheddar. Starting out 5-1, I believe. I think the Steelers is just gonna continue to derail themselves completely out of this whole entire situation. I think the Ravens is just good enough defensively to hold them off. I think Lamar will probably do some things. We just want him to get passing because I know he can't run, but he also can't pass. And the passing game hasn't been there either. I don't believe prior to last game, I don't even think he's had a touchdown in the last 5 games, I believe, since he's been back. 3 games. I'm sorry, 3 games before. So I'm more concerned about the passing because if you can't run because of your toe, that's one thing. I don't know how severe it is that it'll affect you. Probably your plant foot. You're throwing off foot, so maybe that might be another situation where he can't pass. But I'm going to take the Ravens because right now the Steelers are spiraling out of control, and I'm going to stand by my prediction that Aaron Rodgers will be retiring. Mike Tomlin will be going his way, and I believe there's a possibility if he is, I'm going to make bold prediction right now. I believe he'll become the Giants' next head coach.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want the Steelers to win. I want the Ravens to win.
Okay, that's fine.
I want Mike Tomlin to be the Giants head coach.
Okay, all right. I'll even take that argument. I'm cool with that argument. As long as you want to say that, that's fine. I'm cool with it because I probably want to say the same thing. I won't deny that. The next game, Broncos Raiders. I don't care about the Raiders. Who cares about the Raiders? Pete Carroll, man, get out.
Can you believe I seen a guy a month ago having a Raiders license plate, a Raiders sticker in his truck window when I'm filling up my truck for work?
Listen,
I walked into the store while he was there. I looked at him. I said, "Yo, are you all right?" He looked at me like, "What do you mean?" I said, "I mean, you're a Raiders fan. I was asking if you're good. Like, you mentally all right?"
Listen, the next time anybody sees a Raider fan, I know a couple. I've been enjoying this. So when you see Raiders fans, I got a better question you can ask, guys. In YouTube chat, I say, I am so sorry for the last 30 years. I am so sorry.
But I'm not.
No. That's the point.
Oh,
That's the point. I'm sorry that the last 30 years has not worked out for you. I'm sorry that you're pathetic. I'm sorry that you're in the NFL, and I'm sorry that I even have to do this. Listen to this. Denver's favored by 7.5 at Oakland. Here's the thing. I got Denver by at least 3 touchdowns. Screw it. Let's go for it. All right. I got them by 3
touchdowns. Predictions.
All right. That's what I have.
Oh, yeah. I got the Broncos by at least 2 touchdowns. Right. Broncos have to be at least 2 touchdowns. Even though they don't have Patrick Surtain.
Tigo said second that. I'm assuming Tigo is referring to the Mike Tomlin hire. That's going to be my assumption. If we know Tigo the way we do, people. All right. So, but yeah, Broncos big. We'll just move on. The next one, though, is the Bears at Packers. It's an interesting one because the Packers are 8-3-1 overall, and the Bears are 9-3. Bears taking it to the road. Right now, Bears are ranked number 1 in. Oh, he's second. He's still gonna. Tigo was referring to the Raiders. I second that. All right.
Oh, all right.
Thank you, Tigo. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support, bud.
So he saw a Raiders fan too.
Exactly. But the Bears right now, Cheddar, they stand as the number 1 seed in the NFL. I don't think it's gonna last. I'll be honest with you. I could be wrong, but I think
it's gonna last.
You think so? Are you Wait. Have I?
I'm not sold on Caleb Williams. No, I'm not sold on Caleb Williams.
He's not even gonna let me wait to ask the question. Oh, man,
I think Ben Johnson just has like a good idea of what the run.
How good is he as a coach? Come on, damn.
Huh?
I mean, it's his first year, but man, Ben Johnson.
Oh,
that's. I mean, my gosh. I mean, I think I'm looking. Jason, I'm sorry to say this, but it feels like I'm looking at the Lions offense.
Yeah.
If you think about the 2-headed monster for the running back. You got a quarterback. I'm not saying he's putting up numbers like Jared Goff, but you got your quarterback, you got your 2 running backs, maybe above average defense. You got wideouts. He's basically creating what he created at Detroit, and it's just working out. I mean, right now, the only thing about Caleb Williams is this. Okay, he's completing only 58.1% of his passes. Okay, which is like 3rd worst in the league. Okay, that's fine. I get what.
That's why I don't believe in Caleb Williams.
Right, but the beauty of it is he's thrown for 17 touchdowns and only 5 picks. To his credit, he doesn't turn the ball over. That is why for now, and even Ben Johnson right after the game, he even said it. And to his credit, I love the honesty. He said, we're here, we're 9-3, but not because of our passing. So he said, we're 9-3, but not because of our passing.
Nope.
Which makes that which to me, that's scary. If Ben Johnson believes that, which I believe he does.
Well, he's right.
And he's right. No, but he's right.
Yeah.
But think about it. They're 9-3, but not because of the passing offense. That's crazy. So just imagine if that 58% just becomes, say, 63%, 63, just 5%, 63%. The problem with Caleb Williams is that when he throws it, it's not accurate. He's off. Whereas when he's rolling, for some crazy reason, that's the best situation and scenario that he's in because he's done it with Oklahoma. He did it with USC. So he rolls to the left, rolls to the right. The dude throws dimes. But when he's in the pocket, for some reason, it's just not as accurate.
He's scared to break a nail.
That's a good one. I'll give you that one, Ted. I'll give you that one. But at the end of the day, 9-3, and Ben Johnson is saying it's not because of the passing. That's a dangerous team. In regards to the Bears and the Packers, though, I'm gonna roll with the Packers on this. I'm sorry, not the Packers. I'm rolling with the Bears, bro. Screw it. Even though the Packers are favored by 6.5, it's at Green Bay. This is the game where the Bears get over the hump. I'm talking about just with Green Bay. I think they'll pull it off.
I got the Bears winning this one. Yeah.
Wow.
I got the Bears winning this one.
Didn't see that coming, Cheddar. Thought you see the Packers. You see it coming.
No, I got the Bears going 10-3. Green Bay lost against the Jets.
No, actually, Green Bay lost. No, Green Bay lost to Cleveland and Carolina.
Yep.
But to Carolina's defense, they're 7-6 now. So
yeah, I got the Bears.
I got you. The next game, Rams at Cardinals, and just look realistically, listen. I'm gonna pull a cheddar. I'm taking the Cardinals because I need the Rams to lose. How about that?
Okay, that's fair.
I need them to lose, man. They're in the way, man, of the division for Seattle. And again, it's one of those games. You know what the Cardinals and the Rams to me reminds me of, Cheddar, this week's game? The Jets and Dolphins. That's what I see. Divisional rivalry. It could still go either way. I know that the Cardinals are 3-9, but I got the Cardinals just because I need them to win. Period.
I don't need them to win or lose, so I'm going the Rams.
I mean, you have to. I mean, unless you're trying to pull a Tigo prediction, no, you got to go with the Rams. I got you. All right, here's the key game. The last key, not the last one, but the key game. Texans at Chiefs. Number one scoring defense at allowing 16 points a game, which is Texans.
This is easy.
And Texas is allowing 16. Chiefs are allowing, I want to say 18 to 18. So you got two stout defenses, number one. Okay. Now you got CJ Stroud, who has not really coming back, second game coming back from concussion protocol, and who has not done much this season. And yet the Kansas City Chiefs, high-powered offense, I believe they're fourth, I think, is scoring, whatever. But again, there's something not there with the Chiefs offense. With that being said, who do you have?
The Texans. The Texans, and there's no hesitation.
Jack, my youngest, the baby of the family, granted by 23 minutes because of his twin sister. The Chiefs' reign is over. The Texans,
sorry, I was praying.
I know.
Sorry.
I know what you were doing.
Sorry.
The Texans has allowed two teams to score 20 points or more this year, if I recall correctly. One is the Colts, scored 20 points.
Jets and the Giants.
And the other one is Seattle, 28.
Is it Seattle?
Yes, it is. Look it up. We won that game. Seattle, 28. By the way, and I believe, I don't remember where it was. I want to say it was Houston, but I don't recall. But they won. Those are the only two teams that I can remember, that I think offhand are the only ones that scored 20 points or more this entire year. The Texans are allowing 16. I'm sorry, 2. Was it 2?
Against 2?
I want to say
the Texans or Chiefs. You said the Texans, right? Yeah.
Oh, the 20 points. Who scored 20 points on Texans, you mean? That was, I believe it was Indianapolis and Seattle. Indianapolis scored 20 and Seattle scored, I believe, either 27 or 28.
Holy shit, you're right.
So they're the only ones. So
damn, right now, Texas defense is that good, man.
Yes. So I listen. There are 3 defenses that I consider top notch in the league right now. Not necessarily in this order. Texans, Rams, and Seattle. Those are the 3 defenses that I can say can generally shut down any offense in the league. Any offense in the league right now. Those top 3. So let me make this clear. The Texans are going to win because of their defense.
Oh, yeah.
The reigns, and I could be wrong, but the reigns of the Chiefs is over. Their defense is old. Their wide receiving core, but their defense is old. And even though they're putting up good defense, something is not clicking in that offense. Travis Kelce is old. They don't have a running game. At some point, they're going to have to get younger and rebuild because
that's the issue.
And that's the thing. So
the issue is there's no running game. That's the issue.
I agree. And by the way, I believe also the Texans are number 1 in rush defense. Seattle is second. So I see that trend continuing. I got Texans.
Oh yeah.
Tigo has Texans. I mean the Texans.
Oh,
yeah, he's got
smart
guy. Smart guy.
Tigo's a smart guy.
By the way, second that about the Raiders. Then about the Packers. Now he's got the Rams. And
I said Bears, but
damn, Tigo, you got the Rams. You got the Rams, Tigo?
Well,
damn. All right. You know what?
I mean,
all right.
They're facing Arizona. It's like
I know. I'm just trying to give Tigo a hard time. Last game, guys. Last game. Eagles at Chargers. Hopefully Tigo has an answer. I believe we all know who he's gonna pick, but who do you got, Cheddar?
Before we pick, Justin Herbert is expected to play.
Man, that guy's crazy,
man. I hate the Eagle. Why? Like, why do I do a podcast? Just why do I have to do a podcast where I don't want to be biased?
You can be biased. That's fine. It's okay.
No, see, I can't because then you guys will come at my ass.
But okay, how about this? But you could always articulate who you're gonna go for. You want me to go first? I'm telling you, I'm picking.
I'm picking the Eagles.
Okay.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going Chargers.
I'm a shock you.
I'm going Chargers.
I'm taking the Chargers.
Because Justin Herbert with one hand is still better than Jalen Hurts. So,
not my reasoning, but that's fair. I'm taking the Chargers for this reason. Okay. They have no offensive line.
Who?
The Chargers. They have no offensive line. I kid you not. And I'm saying I'm taking the Chargers.
Yeah, they're hurt. Yeah.
Right. The last couple of weeks, when I saw their ratings, all 5 of their linemen starters or in this case, whether second or third stringers, probably at the bottom in comparing to the rest of their other players and the other teams in their position. Their defense is stout. They have no run. I mean, they still run. No line, and they still run under Jim Harbaugh. They still win, even though I think Justin Herbert at some point is going to need a freaking body cast, okay? Because the dude's getting pummeled. I'm not being serious, dude. The dude's
I know.
And yet they win. I'm taking the Chargers because I don't know. This is to me, and Tigo knows this. I hate Jim Harbaugh. 49ers, whatever. Michigan, hate Jim Harbaugh. But there's something about this guy that everybody plays for. And that counts for something. You can't put that in a number. You can't. To me, you can't put that in a stat. You can't quantify somebody wanting to play for a coach. This man has players that want to play for him. And this guy is in a body cast, had hand surgery, and it's going to play. He has no line, potential, and still managed to win. I'm taking the Chargers. Even though Philly is favored by 2.5.
See, I would feel 10 times more confident in the Chargers if Hampton was playing.
Omarion Hampton, running back from North Carolina.
But he's not playing. He's coming back next week.
But I go back to what I said. I agree with you, Chad. I agree. But Tigo, say something. Just
I'll say something. The Eagles suck. The Eagles suck. Like, it just is what. Like, I don't understand why the Eagles are 8-4. They're gonna collapse. We all know they're gonna collapse. Like, let's be honest. It's the same way they didn't. It's the same way it was when they won the Super Bowl the first time.
Yeah,
they collapsed.
Yeah. Well, they went 10-1, lost the rest of the game, lost in the playoffs. The following year, win the Super Bowl, and this year they're doing the same thing from 2 years ago.
Well, first of all, why keep disgruntled players on your team?
I think that's going to be a question.
It's an insane thought for me. Like AJ Brown's not happy there. Devontae Smith is not happy there. I don't care what any Philly reporters saying, "Oh, they're fine. They're fine." They're not fine. They're not fine. Obviously, everybody sees it. Trade them. Get them out of there. You're a rush team. Like, it just is what it is. First of all, you're a rush team that's not good at rushing. So it's like. You guys are ass. It just is what it is.
One and done. It's true. You have a really well constructed team, and I think that here's what I think about the Eagles. Okay, for the most part, they're just players on that offensive side of the ball that are selfish, and they somehow manage to find ways to win up until the last several weeks, obviously, but somehow they were managing to win. And it was mainly because enough of the running game, not necessarily with Saquon, but mostly with Jalen Hurts. No disrespect to Saquon, but they were but mainly the defense, because they had a stout defense. Somehow the last couple of games, the defense has let them down. But at some point, you can't expect the defense to win you every single game. That's just not going to happen. It's the same thing with the offense. You can't expect the offense to win you every single game.
Do you know why the Eagles had a stout defense, right?
Well, Jalen Carter,
because they were never on the freaking field.
Well, but when they were shutting teams down. They were shutting teams down. They were doing well. It's just that their offense. Listen, what are they averaging? 18, 19, 20 points a game? 21?
Less than the Giants.
So at some point, you gotta win the ball. You gotta win on the offensive side. But at the end of this, why I got the Chargers, only because they're just gonna manage to find a way to win at home on the Jim Harbaugh.
Is Jalen Hurts a leader of men?
I don't. You know what's crazy? I see him interviewing, right? And they ask him about teammates, locker room. I don't know why, but for some reason, I just don't think players like him. I could be wrong, Chad. I could be wrong.
It's a rough look.
I don't think he's the thing is, I don't think he's the problem. I don't think he is. I mean, the guy.
I think the problem is Nick Sirianni. But,
well, something so too, because
Nick Sirianni is a horrible coach, but
and some people see that because of what's going on and allowing what's happening. To me, at the end of the day, this is what I think. I think you send a loud message during the offseason if you trade AJ Brown. Trade him because I'm sure Buffalo can use him.
Yep, 100%. So, I brought that up like 2 weeks ago.
That's why I brought it up, because I know you did.
Yeah.
Exactly. Got anything else, Cheddar? That was our last game, bud.
Go Elite.
Okay, Keith said he cries too much. Oh, I'm assuming he's referring to Jalen Hurts. I don't want to make that assumption, Keith, but I'm assuming is that who you're talking about, Jalen Hurts. Before we
Jalen Hurts is not a leader. He's just not a leader. He's not a leader in the quarterback room. He's just not a leader. He won the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl despite Jalen Hurts. First of all, should have never won the MVP in the Super Bowl. I don't know why they gave it to him. Well, congratulations, you went off in one game. Woohoo!
Real quick, Keith said it. The coach. He was referring to the coach.
Yeah, the coach is horrible.
I'm assuming Sirianni, but go ahead.
Sirianni's horrible. So
okay.
Hey, plus side. Hey, only the Giants can win in the bye week. So. Wait,
it's gonna be like Friday where he gets fired on his day off because he stole the box from his job. That the Giants will find a way to lose something during their bye.
We already fired another coach.
Yo, I'm sorry, Chico, but Cheddar said it, so I'm just doing this. I'm just joining in. I can't do it.
We fired another coach this week.
Who?
Our defensive line coach.
Oh my gosh! Listen, you guys are gonna have to clean house at some point, but
yeah, might as well fire himself too. Mike Kafka.
Exactly.
Running the ball while down 20.
But on that note, I just want to let the guys out there, Keith, Teagle, Zach, Jack, Jason, Safari, you as well, my friend. We miss you guys, and these are our predictions for this week. Like I always said, if anybody want to join the show, just let us know. Send us an email. I'll be more than happy to forward you over the link.
And a background check.
And a background check. Did you say a background check? Okay.
Yeah. We got to do a background check.
This is what we have to deal with, guys. Cheddar. We wouldn't love Cheddar if he wasn't like this, but this is what we got to deal with, guys. So if we can, so can you. Keith said they fired the strengthening coach because of all the injuries, and Tigo is laughing. And by the way, Keith, to answer your question, will Jaden's game be live? I will try to do everything I can. I'll grab the stuff and all, and I will let everybody know if I can go in with the Wi-Fi. Hopefully they have one, which I would assume they do, and I can get you the game. In the meantime, though, again, like I said, if anybody wants to join, send us your email. We'll send you the link. If you have any suggestions or comments, let us know. Again, thank you for listening, watching, and as I always say, thank you, God bless you, and good night.
Good night. It's